In 1974, singer-songwriter Cheryl Dilcher released her third of 4 albums, Magic, and from it, the track It's a Secret. So far, just a rising falling pattern of acoustic guitar and soft electric bass. Yeah, chromatic rise. Dun, F sharp, G, like that. Okay, and then some electric guitar interjections there by Rick Robin Beilke. Sorry if I mispronounced that last name.
He treats me warm when we're alone. Sometimes he's so cold. The rumors will never fly. We all love when we can hide.
Rumors will fly, we can hide. Sorry, the lyrics aren't pretty. Actually, a quick search revealed that only 2 of her songs have been transcribed, on the internet.
He's so old and he's so young. He's everything I need. I wanna hold him tonight. How can love be so wrong, be so right?
I want to hold him tonight. How can love be so wrong, be so right? Okay, I am imagining this is about an illicit affair.
So right. I'm in love with someone. It's a secret I don't tell.
Yeah, one of her swelling choruses, she does quite a few of these, where it goes into this, new key center that we hadn't quite heard yet, and some juicy chord progressions.
If he doesn't want to talk about it, then it's not the place to tell the world that I'm in love with someone. It's a secret that don't you tell.
Let's see. A major 7. I'm hearing a major 7 in there. Yeah. A.
If he doesn't want to talk about it, then I'm not gonna tell. Take me with you where the words will only fill your ears.
Yeah, in terms of construction, yeah, this has like a very clever contrast between the chromatic ascent descent of the verse and then the very different chords that are used, including a major 7th in the chorus, and so contrast things. Different sections stand out well amid of course the rising vocals that she gives us, the kind of flare up she gives us during the chorus.
There's nothing for you to fear. If this ain't love, it will disappear. Before the taste of wine is spoiled by secrets behind doors.
She has a very distinctive quality to her voice, but there is maybe one other singer that she kind of resembles. Maybe it'll come to mind.
I'm giving you this song, so our love will go on and on and on. I'm in love with someone. It's a secret that don't you tell.
Okay, getting a real full on acoustic electric density going on during this part of the track. And aside from the guy I already introduced, who has just a handful of credits according to Discogs, well, the same year as this, he appeared on an album by the Persuasions, the soul doo-wop combo, and then, let's see, bass and vocals by Randy Koontz, similar, who also appeared on that Persuasions record. Interesting. I guess we have some tie-in between these 2 recordings. Both appeared on A&M the same year.
Doesn't want to talk about it. That's not the place to tell the world that I'm in love with someone. It's a secret, now don't you tell.
I'm in love with someone. It's a secret, now don't you tell. Yeah.
If he doesn't want to talk about it, I'm not gonna tell.
I didn't get as much of the plot within the verses to tell whether who's cheating here or necessarily why this is illicit. Oh, now that's an interesting kind of like jumble up of the cadence there on that same chromatic ascent that. Yeah, 4 wallops per bar. Yeah, like 4 brisk downstrokes per bar. There, well, a moment ago anyway. And good, like, tasty slide, like bendy kind of lick of the solo over the open cadences of the more delivered with greater intensity at this point because we're kind of reaching sort of a head-on portion of the number.
I'm in love with someone. It's a secret, don't you tell. He doesn't want to talk about it, and it's not my place to tell the world that I'm in love with someone.
I love the vocal melodic arch that she gives us right during this portion, like particularly when she says, "I'm in love with someone." Yeah.
It's a secret, don't you tell. He doesn't want to talk about it. I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell.
Her vocals really add a lot of nuance to this track that would just simply this track wouldn't nearly be as melodic without her input and just what she adds. I like the kind of silvery sort of strumming that we've got going. Adds kind of like a brightness, Oh, did you hear those closing little scaly bits that the electric player threw in there toward the end? Yeah, one of those numbers where every note counts toward the end. They just kind of like play it out and fade it in a choice moment over a few choice seconds where you just get this little parting present. Yeah, some of the best notes that instrumentalists play are in those fade out sections. It's one of the studio kind of console arts of this era. Yeah, that was Cheryl Dilcher with It's a Secret from her 1974 album Magic. Let's hear another song, the title track. Now we're getting kind of like a phased sound, like on a really clean, like electric with some acoustic, plucking going around it. Bit of a liquidy, kind of oily tone from that lead guitar. Maybe it's like a slow wah. Yeah, wah wah kind of moves slowly. Oh, the way that cymbal, that it was like a backwards cymbal, I think I heard. Yeah, going like that. Yeah, it adds a real misty flavor. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually some odd meters. It's changing between different bars. Okay, we're getting some real virtuosity here from the players involved. Okay, and quite a bit of that should be credited to the lady herself. Cheryl Dilcher plays acoustic guitar, 12-string, And let's see, and then the lead guitar of who I mentioned already, Rick Robin. I like how they have that in quotes before his surname. And then the rather crafty bass work this time of Randy Koontz. Yeah. Wow, a real grand entrance. I mean, we're like a minute in, and we've gone from kind of more plaintive, subdued to this more like fuller, thicker, kind of lavish sound. Oh, quite between the strumming, the really like bright, kind of trebly strumming, and just the guitar bits. I'm almost. Oh, actually, this. I was thinking of one particular passage in mind of a song that came much later. I was almost thinking of like kind of one of the early sections in Machine Messiah by Yes, which came out in 1980, 6 years after that. Just nothing, a coincidence. Really epic sound, yeah, just booming and. Having a hard time counting the meters here because once again, one of those situations where I'm having a hard time, where the moment I try to count it kind of just starts over again, and finding the starting point just kind of throws me. Okay, 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. It looks like we've got an instrumental on our hands. I wasn't quite expecting this. So she's quite like the composer, in addition to being like a singer-songwriter. I mean, this is taking things into different territory. Yeah, this is definitely bringing in some symphonic element, symphonic lavish rock, maximalist rock. And kudos to the drummer who's really keeping up and making like decisive changes in rhythmic pattern to suit different cadences, and Joe Aglio, and this and that Persuasions album, More Than Before, his only 2 credits according to Scogs. That was Magic by Cheryl Dilcher, the title track to her 1974 album of the same name, her third of 4 albums released between 1971 and 1977, and this appearing on A&M, and apparently, quite obviously, with a lot of, the sessions must have been held concurrently with that Persuasions album or something, and for the two to be so, have so much overlap between one another. Yes, Cheryl Dilcher, a very idiosyncratic, unique, both in terms of vocals and in terms of her approach to songwriting and her musical eclecticism. And sporting quite a do on the cover. It's like all teased up, curly. I haven't really seen anything else like it. And I guess it's the way the light reflects on her. It has this purplish tone. It could be additional hair parts put in, like maybe actual purple parts with the light shining. Or, yeah, that's actually probably it. That seems more likely than just a big kind of tease up of her own hair with purple lighting applied. Because it's hard to see how the purple could form kind of like how the purple could affect just the outer layer of her hair, but not the inner, more kind of reddish brown tint of her natural hair. Yeah, and she's giving quite this like deer in the headlight look on the cover. Yeah, I guess indicating a rather eccentric, self-styled individual of the era, and a few years ahead of her time, you could say, on the hair color department. Yes. For more rubies and sapphires from the catalog of Cheryl Dilcher, see the directory of albums by American singer-songwriters, linked in the description below for red hot tracks and purples from this album and the ones before it and the one after it. Yeah, several are quite high in their ruby count if you take the point of view of someone who's, well, as trained ears, who's been listening to a lot of music across a lot of different areas for many years now, and kind of listens for things like melody, song construction, harmony, and interplay, and such. Like and subscribe and follow me on social media, and leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the two tracks we just heard, the interplay, the layers, the instrumentation, and even the lyrics of the first track if you caught more of them than I did. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most air travel trimaximalist, signing off.